Good evening. The U.S. Olympic opening ceremony uniforms that are made in China have caused quite the uproar.
Now, ABC broke the story, and it has spanned the globe. But what does made in the USA mean to you? News Channel 9's John Madewell set out to find out. John?
Well, Kim and Latricia, we approached several people to see if buying American clothes is important. All said yes, but didn't necessarily buy American. We also spot-checked several stores to see how hard American clothes are to find.
The Olympic athletes are made in America, but their opening ceremony uniforms are not. The iconic American company, Ralph Lauren, outsourced the outfits to China.
I thought it was just unbelievable because we have focused so much, on American-made things now. I just couldn't believe it.
How important is it to you to buy American-made clothing?
It's very important to me, In the past, I really hadn't thought too much about it, but I actually look now.
Joyce says she looks at the label, and so did we. We checked co-workers' clothes and at the Kmart on Highway 58. For 15 minutes, we wandered through the men's, women's, youth, and children's departments. After randomly checking 24 labels, we could not find a single item made in America. But that's not the case at Bruce Baird and Company downtown. Baird says buying and selling American is a core principle of his high-end men's clothing store. All of his dress shirts, suits, sport coats, and dress shoes are made in the USA. The Olympic revelation floored him, especially with the opening ceremonies being such a point of American pride.
I think it's absurd. It should be made here.
Baird says yes, generally you will have to pay more for American-made clothing. But he adds you have to look at the quality.
There are still plenty of companies out there that are made in America, and I think it's so important of all times now that we buy made in America products.
People we came across agreed. They all want to buy American, but none was wearing American-made clothing.
El Salvador.
El Salvador?
Yeah.
Not China, though.
Even if it's a little bit higher priced, it's keeping our people working.
Made in India.
India. That's the way it goes, ain't it?
Now, by the way, a clothing manufacturer right in our area could have made the Olympic outfits. Tommy Hopper of Hardwick Clothes in Cleveland says his company is capable of tailoring those opening ceremony outfits. Kim?
All right, John, thank you so much. We asked you on Facebook what you think about clothes made outside America, and here's what some of you said about it. Roman Bender writes, anyone complaining about wearing foreign-made clothing needs to check their own tags on their own clothing. Yes, R.L., Ralph Lauren, should have at least had these uniforms made at a U.S. manufacturing facility, but the fact is it's harder and harder to find clothes, as John said, made in the USA. Most Americans want cheap prices and don't care where the clothes are made. Lauren Gatlin said if Americans would buy American-made products, maybe the recession wouldn't be so bad. If we don't buy our own stuff, why would anybody else want to? And Ricky Humphreys commented, why be surprised? Almost everything is made overseas now. Instead of talking about it, let's create more jobs and start making more things in America.